So you're ready to build wealth and you've heard the answer is in stock investing, but you've got some questions. Where do I start? How do I keep my money safe? Well, I sat down with Darius Smith from wealthismyworth.com to answer your burning questions. This is a guide on stocks for beginners.
What are the best beginner stocks you would suggest? And I put a note here of, just an evergreen stock, something that it's indifferent if you had bought it last year or next year. It's always just kind of, at least, it's a decades kind of stock where you just kind of hold on to it. Do you have any suggestions like those?
Absolutely. So any stock, not any stock, a stock that pays dividends is usually something that I feel pretty good about. If you held a dividend stock for X amount of years, because you're getting quarterly payouts, that dividend could end up paying for the stock that you buy. So even if you lose money over time, if you've been making income from that stock, that is a good place to go. COPX is a copper miners ETF. It pays a quarterly dividend, and I think it was like $1 or $1.02 per quarter, and I paid like $20 or $30 for it at the time. Microsoft is always a good company to, I'm not gonna say always a good company because I hate using absolutes, but historically Microsoft has grown, and Microsoft is also doing some really interesting things right now that'll go into the future. One thing that I recently found out is that Microsoft owns quite a bit of the company that created ChatGPT, OpenAI. They are a huge investor in that. If you are investing in 2023 and you don't know where the AI landscape is, you probably need to do some research before you start investing. AI is the internet 20 years later, maybe 25 years later. So I think that's where the world is definitely going as far as technology goes. But in ChatGPT is like the most popular version of what AI is usable today. So that's one that I'm kind of excited about. Probably don't have the most exciting portfolio for you.
The most boring, the better. Actually, the most boring, the better, because everyone's heard these ones. It's something that might not be obvious, but something that can give you someone, that 10% a year or, 15% a year. That's huge. That kind of, the stock market can grow 11%. So anything that can do better than that is going to give you exponentially more gains. So boring is sometimes better.
So I would say in my brokerage account, my top holdings are going to be individual holdings outside of ETFs and index funds. Are going to be Apple, Amazon, Google, and I oddly have a decent amount invested in Uber. Not a lot of my portfolio, but more than I probably should reallocate that. And the reason I say that is just because I don't think that that Uber is actually taking profits. I don't know. I need to do some research into that, but I'm not a fan of the way that they are collecting their profits there.